This is really off topic. Did you see Alexandra Daddario got married?
Not at all off topic for this studio.
Have you met her?
I've never met her, no.
I went to Alexandra Daddario's TikTok account, and it said she was a Fibula fan account.
Do you know what it says now?
What?
Connor Wood and Brooke Averick fan account.
Up.
No,
Connor Wood and Brooke Averick fan account.
She took David Dobrik off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys like DM? Like, what's going on in the
I
DM?
DM'd her, she didn't answer.
We did. No, me and her have like several days of DMs.
Wow.
Yeah. But from a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a while ago, and I told this story before, but I was just basically like left her on red because I'm dumb as shit.
Was she dating that guy during this time? This guy came out of nowhere.
Is he famous or anything?
I think he's like a director, producer kind of guy, screenwriter.
She kept it in the industry. That's really lucrative, and
She's
good
tagging
strategy.
everybody. I love that suit, though.
If he's a producer, he's doing a really good job.
Producing.
He's producing.
Yeah.
How long till she has a kid, do you think? Because I was thinking,
Manifesting.
you know how she was in Percy Jackson?
No.
Yes.
I never saw Percy Jackson.
Oh my
actually.
God, great set of movies. That's super
I know.
weird
Isn't
coming
that weird?
from you. So she was in Percy Jackson, and it brings me back because like you have this kid, and then suddenly they figure out they're
Is Percy a
royal.
wizard?
No, not a wizard.
I thought it's a Titan.
It's a myth. I want to say Mythbusters. It's a
God.
Greek. He's a Greek god.
mythology.
He's a myth.
That's what it's based on. He's a myth, but he's like a myth bust. He's a no.
You're a myth. You're a myth.
Mythbuster.
You're a myth person.
No, he's like Percy Jackson. He's like he finds out. It's really. I need to reread the book. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like curious. Like he could come out. He's gonna be probably the most gorgeous. I keep saying he. This person is going to be the most gorgeous and she's not even pregnant. What am I doing right now?
Wait, you're telling me Alexandra Daddario's future kid is going to be the future Percy Jackson? I think I lost you somewhere.
No, he's going to have superpowers because he's going to be so
cute, hot, good looking.
Can we move on?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
You
Who is this person? Andrew Form is a film producer.
Oh, he's a producer.
Here's a question.
How?
Exactly does a producer do?
They help like
Produce it.
make everything happen.
So what's the
Like
difference
they're
between a
not like
producer and
directing
anyone
and
else?
calling the shots. They're
Right.
just like, we need these people to do. They're almost like the caster, like casting director, but for the entire production.
So
of
then
the
what does
movie.
the casting director do?
They cast the actors in the movie.
Then what does the producer do?
He helped produce. You know, like you
A
produce.
producer is
you, like,
basically the person responsible for
finding
finding
and launching a project.
Well, yeah.
They are like they cast.
So
the
if you
team.
donate money to a film, you're a producer.
You're an executive
You're
producer.
an executive producer.
If you're
Anyone
doing
can be
that.
a producer, no offense.
Zendaya is an executive.
No, not everyone can be
You
a
can be
producer.
an executive producer. That's pretty easy. You just give money. and
But
then-
that seems executive producer feels like it should be harder to be than a regular producer.
Zendaya is an executive.
Don't you think?
You're writing a-
executive, just in name, in title.
Right. I'm pretty sure. There's a whole film crew here. I think executive producer is like you give money and you get the title of executive producer. Producer, you're doing a lot more work of arranging the team.
Well, basically, like an executive producer acquires screenplays for the
Yeah.
development. So they pitch ideas to the TV commissioners, and they deal with the legal,
Right.
financial, marketing aspects of the TV series or movie series.
So
like
not
Crimson
really at all what you
Oh,
said.
sorry. Well, I gave money to a film production and I became an executive producer on it because I gave money. So
What film did you help executive
it was a short. It was a short film. But
Okay.
it was with Tony Revolori from
Tony Revolori
from Grand Budapest Hotel, The
Wow.
Lobby Boy,
Oh, that's
and
really cool.
Isabel Furman,
and
the,
Isabel Furman.
the girl in The Orphan. So it was a
Wow.
cool production.
Wow, that's really cool, Matt.
That is very
we
cool.
did not get into Sundance, but
Oh, well, that's okay. Next
Sorry.
time.
I haven't been elected to Sundance either, so it's really not that big of a deal.
you know, I got asked to invest in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child for like Vancouver or Toronto.
What do you mean? Like
A
they're putting
guy
it to
asked me
play?
to write a check for $50,000. He's putting it on in like Toronto and asked me to give money to like invest in the production. And I was like,
Oh.
why are
I
you
would've-
asking me?
I feel like everything that happens in Canada just trickle down effect,
Mm-hmm.
like makes it way better. Drake, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes,
Cody Ko.
Cody Ko.
Oh.
So we have this link about Taylor Lautner's wife. Did you guys already talk about
Well,
this?
no, we didn't talk about this, but I saw this morning and it shocked me to my core.
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
Pull up this video, guys.
What is the video?
You'll
Can
see.
you preface it?
I think you just go in blind.
Do you know who Taylor Lautner is?
Yeah.
Well, just read. She's saying, okay, this was my crush that I grew up with.
And the person.
And
you
I'm
ended up
paraphrasing
with.
because I'm not wearing my.
So it's show us your crush
Yeah.
versus the person you ended up with.
Okay, she's showing her childhood crush. And that's going to go ahead and be Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen.
Okay.
Okay. Who could blame her? And now that's Taylor Lautner.
Get out.
And her name's Taylor.
Yeah, so Taylor Lautner's married to a woman named Taylor. That's her. Her
So
crush,
both of their names are
Taylor and Taylor Lautner.
Could you
Yeah,
do
I
that?
don't know if she changed her last name to Lautner though. That's something to look into.
Cool.
But can you imagine growing up having an insane crush on Edward and then marrying the guy who plays Jacob.
Well, it seems like you're a big fan and you would take anything like you could get to get just close to it. Some people have done this TikTok trend. What she was doing is like show who your childhood crush is and who you ended up with.
Right.
And most of the time, it's someone who looks like that
Exactly.
person.
This was a different take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that is true, though? Do you think sometimes people end up with like people who look like their childhood crushes?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think that's
I think
true.
people also end up with people that look like their parents.
Parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
And also, I think almost all married people look alike that I've seen recently.
They look
like,
alike.
no offense, you and Patricia look like twins.
We do. We are that siblings are dating kind of.
Yeah, there's a reason siblings are dating is so popular. Also, I think I could also be just getting confused because once couples have kids, you see both of the parents in the kid. So then you start to think, okay, the parents look alike, but really you're just thinking I've seen a morph of them, so I'm thinking they look alike because I've seen the product of two of them morph together, kinda.
I don't really have that
Thoughts?
much to say about the topic, honestly.
okay.
Like,
Who was your childhood crush? Sexual awakening.
I mean, Sexual Awakening. It's always like animated characters, so I'd rather not dive into
Too
that.
fun.
Really,
That's okay. It's
Yeah.
not off limits.
really.
Yeah. What animated?
The lioness from Lion
Yeah,
King.
that's
we're
a big
talking
one.
about
That's a big
Nala.
one.
Nala.
Yeah,
Oh.
you are not alone, honey.
It's really freaky to say
Yeah.
out loud.
No.
It's weird to say.
You're not alone.
And then Goofy movie.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a
yes, Roxanne.
They knew what
Well,
they were
you're-
doing when
yeah.
they made Roxanne.
Yeah.
My celebrity obsession started really, really early at around age 3 with The Count.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. I have to.
The Count.
If
like,
we were talking about it, it's related to the subject matter.
The Count.
From Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, Count
And
Dracula.
No, The Count.
But he's a Dracula, right? He's like a
Count-
vampire.
Isn't Dracula one man?
Count Dracula.
Count-
That's his name.
No, he's Count Von Count.
Count Von Count.
He's not Dracula.
What kind of name is that?
He has fangs.
Isn't Dracula the name? Dracula's not another word for
He was
vampire.
Count Dracula.
Isn't
Yes,
it weird
as
that
in his name is Dracula.
That this is a play on the fact that they call any vampires Count Dracula because it counts numbers.
But you know what I hate? He only has 4 fingers. If you're teaching kids to count, give him 5 fingers.
Oh my God.
He can't even count to 10 with all hands, and he's the count.
I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know that about him.
I just saw that.
That was a
He's
good
like,
point, Matt.
how does he count to 10?
That was my first experience of being like a full groupie. It was at Sesame Street on Ice. I tried to throw myself on the rink for The Count.
Did you ever get called up on stage to like volunteer for anything?
At the Renaissance Fair, I helped a guy shove a knife down his throat.
What?
Yeah, that was one of the best days of my life.
She's funny.
For a girl.
Thanks, Matt. That's a really nice thing to say.
Well, sometimes like I watch some clips of this of this podcast, and you are like saying something so funny, and Connor's sitting here going,
A lot
Connor,
of people,
what do you have to say
A lot
about
of people
that?
say it. Well, a lot of people come on me and say Connor never laughs at anything Brooke says. I don't laugh at anything.
"Well,
I've
I
seen
know
you
your
laugh.
brain.
I
You're-
know. Well-
you're thinking of something really funny."
I think
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
times I'll be like, no, that was really funny. And in movies, I'm like, that was really funny. That was my favorite part. But I'm not
But you're
like
not
hysterically.
laughing.
I wish I had a Cody
good-
Ko,
yeah,
Brittany,
yeah,
Brittany
yeah.
Broski laugh. Like I
Right.
don't, because it would actually amplify our podcast a lot if I was
right,
like,
right.
Do a Cody
Don't laugh
do a
at that.
Cody Ko laugh. What's Cody Ko's laugh like? Do Noel.